Welcome back for some more Nine Kings content. This video is a little different. There's no gameplay. We're going to review the pack of the perk system. There's a now total of over 80 perks. We got 52 new perks, and there's a whole different way that these perks are set up. So now they are dynamic perk slots, and you start with 9 slots, but you can use them however you want. So we'll get into that. We got some new unique King of Nothing perks. We got rainbow perks, and the cap level or the level cap is gone. So now you can level up forever. You can be level 999 if you want, right? So you don't have to stop at level 9, and we can get more than 9 perks now. I'll show you how to do that. And you get a new perk every time you level up. Every time you hit a level threshold for the first time, you will get a new rainbow perk. So it sounds like every 3 levels or something, maybe. So we will see. And they also have the endless mode difficulty progression curve being 10% less steep. The King difficulty pure game experience is the same with similar scaling. So you can probably beat it easier now with all the extra perk stuff. So this is very interesting. They also changed some other random stuff with some rainbow cards, and dispenser projectiles are no longer underneath buildings. Interesting. But yeah, so let's get on to what the perk trees look like now, and we'll go through each king. Feel free to skip around in the video to see what king you're looking for. So let's go over each of the perks and what it looks like for each king. So we'll start with King of Nothing. He got some unique perks. We have Sentinel, so Scout Towers shoot an extra arrow. Stubborn, start with 3 rerolls. Recruiters, soldiers get plus 5% to all stats. And Protectors, so troops start with 1 seal coat. Those are nice. And then we have got these universal perks, so all of the kings have these. We have Ingenious, your base can level up 5 times. Lucky, special cards are 20% more likely to appear in the shops. Politician is +1 Royal Decree option. Expansionist is start with 1 random unlocked plot. Holy doubles the blessing effect. Wrathful, all troops deal plus 5% damage. Nurturer, all troops start with 10% HP. Fortifier, towers start with plus 10% damage. Persistent, start with 3 free rerolls. Castellan, base has plus 10% to all stats. And Swift, all troops have plus 5% attack speed. Then we've got Rainbow, so Expander adds plus 2 perk slots to 1 row. Vertically adjacent perks are applied an additional time. And Leftist, the perk to the left is applied an additional time. And we will get more rainbow perks, I think, every 3 level ups. So this is what I have for now. So if you are like me and have gotten to level 9 on a king, and you've got these 3, let me show you 2 options that are, I think, pretty good. 2 or 3 options that are good ways to structure your rainbow perks. So we're going to start with the vertical. If you do this, we get 6 additional slots, and whatever you put here below the vertical gets done 3 times. And then this gets done 3 times, which is what gets you the extra 6, the expander. So this is one option. Another option, here you get both of these times 3, but you are sacrificing 4 slots. So it's interesting to me. Could do this 3 and 2, but you're sacrificing slots again, 4 slots again. So I do think that the best setup might be something like this, where you get a total of 15 perk slots. You can basically use all of these. And I think I will be putting Ingenious or Castilian in my ×3 slot. I don't think I can get an additional spots right now other than these 15. I can't figure out a way for that. I think I'm gonna put these here for now, and I'll take the 3 slots and put it on Ingenious. So if I do this, I would sacrifice stuff for this, but these would both be applied 3 times, which it might be worth it. I think that this can be a good strategy. This is how I have all of my kings set up right now, but having extra perks can also be very nice. So let's fill out this King of Nothing with all of his perks. And we'll take special cards, a Royal Decree option, towers, do additional damage, plus 5% attack speed, plus 5% damage. Actually, I'm going to take the Wrathful over the damage, and I'm going to double the Blessing. So this is what my King of Nothing perk tree looks like. I'm really going to try to get my castle to level 18, right? So you've got the 3 base levels, and then it can go up 15 times because I've got it multiplied by 3. And I only have 3 unlocked perks left. So this is a strategy for your King of Nothing perk tree. And, you know, maybe you think it's better to only level your castle up to level 8 and getting your base to have plus 30% stats. That is up to you to decide. Or maybe you want 9 free rerolls by putting that here, or your scout tower shooting 3 extra arrows, Royal Decree options. Everybody has a different playstyle. You could get a 60% chance for lucky cards, but I think that getting your castle to as high of a level as possible is the best strategy for now. So that's my King of Nothing. Let's go look at King of Spells. And so let's see, I just have this swapped here, but it's the same as before. So my King of Spells, I have Sorceress or Warlocks get 10% attack area. Shamans, I don't really use Shamans a lot. Castle has 5% chance to insta-kill. I would like to get that 1 times 2, but it's fine. Static causes extra damage is very nice. Start with a random tome card, I will take that. And you know what? I might end up using Shamans if I have this perk. We'll take Lucky and double our Blessing and get extra HP. So this is what my King of Spells perk tree looks like. Again, I am prioritizing getting my castle to level 18 and then filling in most of the perks that I have. Let's look at King of Greed. King of Greed, so the rainbow perks don't stay in the same place for all of your kings, right? You can move them freely. So this strategy I had right now, I got from level 9 to 10 using this perk tree. Wanted to see how doing the 3 Ingenious and the 2 Tycoon worked. I do think that it is going to be better to have additional spots rather than the -1 gold that I get on Tycoon or any other thing. This way, you know, I didn't have Castilian, so that'll help with the attack speed for King of Greed. I know the damage doesn't matter because it's already infinity. We'll take special cards. I'll take Nepo Baby. I'll get a free shop purchase. And I don't really use Thieves a lot. It's not my playstyle. I do think I'll do Nurturer though. Or I could do, okay. So this is what I'll do as my perk tree. The greed perks will go and start here. Smuggler mortgage gives 10 gold. Goon thieves deal plus 10% crit damage. Planner losing a life gives you 50 gold. Oligarch starts with +1 vault card in your hand. Peddler, you get a free shop purchase. Nepo baby start with 30 gold. Fixer, your dispenser starts with plus 10% damage. Tycoon, mercenaries cost 1 less gold. And patron, overinvest gives 2% additional to all stats. And then I've got these other perks in here. So that's going to be what my greed perk tree looks like. So, for example, when I leveled up from level 9 to level 10, I unlocked patron. So, every time you level up, I'm guessing you get new perks. Let's move on to King of Blood. Let's look at his perk tree. This is what I had. We're going to move this over and do this. And now I can add other ones. So let's go through his perks. We have Pagan, start with +1 Demon Altar in a random corner of a plot. Martyr, Carnage has plus 10% attack area. Summoner, all summons are 10% stronger. Cultist, start with 1 imp card in hand. Blighted, cemetery summons have plus 20% HP. Draculian, life drain effects drain 5% more life. And Pagoda can summon an additional 3 imps. And then we'll throw lucky cards and doubling the blessing effect, probably. And that's what we'll keep. We'll keep our ingenious, where your base can level up 5 times here. And that's what I will do for King of Blood. King of Nature, we're gonna do this as well. I have eco-friendly, start with 1 forest card in your hand. Spreader, all nature troops start with 3 additional units, sorry. Tenacious, receive +1 procreate card every time you lose a life. Pollinator, start with a mycelium in a random outer plot. And then Elven, elves deal plus 10% damage. And Boars, Tamer is, Boars have plus 10% HP. And then I've got lucky cards, Castilian, and then I'm gonna give them more HP. And I'll take the extra Royal Decree option. And I think I'll take the extra plot on this one, because an extra plot means an extra spot for forests to sit, extra spots for mycelium and orchards to sit. I think that can be helpful. So King of Stone, we're going to rework that plot tree as well to match all the other ones. So I've got 15 spots. I've only got 3 perks of his unlocked at the moment, which are Tactician, start with 1 completely random tower card in hand. Hurler, Trebuchet throws an additional rock, and Warden, Stronghold starts with +1 level. So I'm going to keep Ingenious on this triple spot here. And I don't know, like, the only other one that I would really consider doubling is Castilian on any of these, really. Maybe Politician, but for now, with the lucky perks that I do have unlocked, this is what I'm going with. I think for him, we'll take lucky cards, perk, and we'll start with an outer plot unlocked. And then I've got 3 more, so I'll double the blessing effect and give my troops an additional 10% HP and have them do more attack speed. So this is what this looks like for now. And we'll move on to King of Progress. So he's level 9. This is what I was currently working with. I have a lot of perks for him. I am interested to know if having the 3 and the 2, sacrificing the 4 perks can be better. It might be in some situation, right? Like, I could get all of my perks if I put progressive here. I can have all my progress troops level up 2 more times. So they can all be level 5. So I don't know. That's very interesting. It's something to definitely keep in mind and play around with. So, but for now, I will continue to put all my perks, as many perks as I can. So let's go through the King of Progress unique perks. Bellicist. All troops start with plus 5% crit chance. Armored. Defenders have plus 10% HP, which I like. Rangers deal, executioners deal 20% more damage. Progressive, all progress troops can level up an additional time. Mad is converters have plus 10% attack speed. Admiral, motherships movement and attack speed are increased by 10%. So that's definitely going in here. Lab rats start with an additional level. Receive 1 gold for each level up. Start with plus 1 reinforced card in hand. I'll take that. So those are the unique perks for King of Progress. I don't particularly use converters or lab rats. I don't know if them starting with an additional level is really worth a spot. I have 3 perks open right now, and I'd much rather use one of them for lucky and probably fortifier, because I'm interested to know if that counts towards my base. And then I will probably take holy so that my blessing is double. So there we go. And I know a new king is supposed to be released, hopefully around, I think, the end of July. So I'm looking forward to that. But for now, we've got a completely reworked perk tree, and I'm real interested to see how that evolves as you level up and unlock new perks. So I am very interested to know what your strategies are, and this is a really fun game that you can really be creative with. So let me know in the comments. We can have some good discussion, and I hope that you enjoyed this perk rework overview for patch 11, and thank you for watching.